a roadblock?
Yeah. Like one that happens frequently.
Dude, this business is filled with roadblocks. Like, this business is filled with a bunch of different um, bottlenecks, basically. So, a bottleneck is basically a process that is slowed down by something else. So, I'm looking every single day at, like, okay, what's slowing down the service demand because it's getting backed up? What's slowing down the sales process? It's getting backed up because quotes take the longest. Like, quoting takes the longest. How do we expedite quotes? How do we get a quote in front of a licensed agent to present and sell as fast as possible? So laying out processes constantly, and this is a constant thing that's in flux because it's always changing. But there's only a certain amount of them. So actually you can really dial in like your 5 main processes when it comes to like non-standard business, standard business with carriers, billing, service questions, and opening up the bottleneck. So when I say bottleneck, people don't always understand that, but if you look at a bottle when it's turned, I don't have a bottle in front of me, but whatever. When you look at a bottle, it goes like this, and then it goes down, and it goes like to a little tube, right? So that's, the water goes through it, but it goes down and gets constrained. It's constrained at the bottom. It takes longer for it to come out. If it was all open, it would just flood out. But that bottleneck is what actually slows down the water because it has to go through a smaller circle to come out. So basically that's the same thing when it comes to a process. Like if it was perfectly efficient, it would just go right through and it would never take more time to do than it does. But when it does slow down, there's a constraint. Something is slowing it down. There's something that needs to happen in order for X to happen. A needs to happen for B to happen, for C to happen, for D to happen. And so when you're able to lay those out and reverse engineer them and be like, okay, so for example, one thing we're looking at right now, a big thing is efficiency in the business. The biggest bottleneck right now is our training and knowledge of our new team members. They don't know how to handle all these high level service questions or sales or accounts that are coming in. So they're having to ask me or a licensed agent on how to do them, which is taking time away from them, which they could be focused on doing more sales work that is going to make more money for the business. So it's an inefficiency, it's a constraint, it's something that's slowing down the business. So the way we expedite that process is training. Getting them up to speed as fast as we possibly can is key to the efficiency and bottleneck and opening up that bottleneck. Hopefully that makes sense because the training is the capacity holder right now. That's what's constraining it. So the key to that, in my opinion, is to do trainings and not only just do the training, but to record every single training and have processes super efficiently laid out from A to Z on like what will bring them up to speed the fastest and that knowledge the fastest. The key to the training video is because you don't need to use your time again in the future. You can use that same video and just be like, hey, Mike, great question. Refer back to the training video that I made on blah, blah, blah. And they can go back and watch it, save your time so that you can keep doing things that are revenue generating activities. And that can go in perpetuity. So taking that time up front, like right now we're doubling down and reinvesting in our training work so that our team members can be at their best possible selves and efficiency and productivity. And I believe that in the long run, that's really going to pay off. Then it's just a matter of like retention of those employees that you're investing time and energy and money into. It's kind of like a game. A business is like a game, and you really need to know where to invest time, energy, money, and relationships and retention are all part of it in the long run, because we're looking big picture. Like business is a long game. So hopefully that makes sense. The hurdles happen like every single day but mainly because of lack of training and knowledge. Like if every agency owner that was watching this had a perfect team that was super dialed in with amazing producers that were the top producers in the country, they would be filthy rich because all you have to do is just give them leads and give them lists of phone numbers to people to talk to, and they'd be closing deals left and right and servicing them efficiently. But that's not the case. So like the thing that needs to happen is training as efficient as possible, because Efficiency in everything always wins. In fighting, like boxers, efficiency wins. Basketball, the highest efficiency shots and team always wins. The race car that's driving around the track, they all have the same amount, roughly the same amount of horsepower. The most efficient turns and efficient way around the track is going to win the race. So, same goes for business. You need to have that stuff locked in. So that's all I got.